book. Susan.
Yeah, so Brian, we saw a record quarter for the world's biggest company, making more money than ever before. So record profit thanks to a 50% jump when it comes to iPhone sales in those 3 months. You had a record quarter for services, so Apple Care, Cloud, Music, TV Plus. And who said the PC is dead? You had the best 4 quarters for the Mac with the stay-at-home schooling trend taking place. Now, Apple has $194 billion in cash at the end of the June quarter. That's more than the value of most S&P 500 companies. And I spoke to Apple CEO Tim Cook, and here's what he told me. He said we set a quarter records for the iPhone, Mac, wearables, home, and accessories, and an all-time record for services. Now, I also asked Tim about Apple's return to the office and what his plans are. And he says, well, given the reports that it may have been delayed, Cook now confirming that, yes, they are delaying their return to the office. He says we were coming back in early September, and we started seeing the Delta variant take off within the U.S., particularly this last couple of weeks or so, last 2 or 3 weeks, and we decided to push that to at least October, and we continue to monitor and to conclude whether we should push it further or not. And I also took the opportunity to ask Tim Cook about the concerns over the Delta variant spread and what it means for the global economy and business demand. He says, look, I worry about how it affects people, and I think, you know, the economy and everything is secondary to that. It seems that the U.S. is very strong from an economic point of view, and we've seen other parts of the world be very strong, like China, for example. And I also asked about the global chip shortage and the impact it might have had on Apple's numbers in the quarter. CFO LUCA answering, saying that we ended up with a number that was below the low end of that $3 to $4 billion impact range that we talked about. So there was some level of mitigation, and most of that chip shortage impacted on iPads. I also had to ask about cryptocurrency, since they have $194 billion in cash. They plan to use any of that to buy Bitcoin or crypto like Tesla did. And here's what LUCA says. He says, we don't have anything to announce right now. We look at our cash, and our primary objective is preservation on capital and having the liquidity to run the company, and we've done it very effectively. Yeah, during the past year of COVID, looking at a record June quarter for the world's biggest company, that is definitely impressive.
Wow, and we had Google parent Alphabet also reporting. Susan, what did we learn there?
Yes, I also got off the phone with Alphabet CFO RUTH, Google's parent, and again, stellar quarter. We saw a record when it comes to sale and profit, and I asked her what she saw in those 3 months. She says what you see in the performance of the second quarter is as revenue was led by very strong growth in retail, and then, you know, I noted it was a broad base. It was followed by travel, financial services, media, and entertainment. Now, she also says that Google Alphabet is still targeting a return to the office in September. And she says our focus has been providing Googlers with flexibility. We're, you know, at this point where we're so focused on how to bring people back, and we're in this summer voluntary work from home, you know, at least through the beginning of September. So, Brian, as you see, it looks like the big tech companies continue to only get bigger.
Susan Lee on top of tech, as always. Thank you so much for the